Yay, we're live. Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto and NFTs every day. I'm your host with the most, Wendy O. And yes, I'm the real Wendy O. My Instagram account still isn't back. So what's going on with that? Let me tell y'all. Well, first off, happy Halloween. Not only is it Halloween, but it is also Bitcoin Whitepaper Day. We're going to talk about the importance of that. If you haven't read the Bitcoin Whitepaper, you probably should go do that because we wouldn't be here without Bitcoin. So what's going on with my Instagram account? It is impossible to get a hold of anybody there. There was a form that I could have filled out. I tried to fill it out, wouldn't let me fill it out because they already decided they wanted to ban my account for impersonation, which they didn't ask me to do KYC or anything like that. So I had to fill out the trademark form. So now I'm waiting on that. And then attorney's going to be sending a demand letter as well. So we're waiting. And even if I don't use that account again, it just needs to be there because we have so many impersonators. So if you're talking to anybody, and even the new CryptoWendyO LOL account, they ban that also. They ban that also. It's absolutely absurd, and I don't know how they have not been sued. So it's super frustrating because again, it causes my brand damage because I'm not able to promote myself as like a speaker and a lot of the events and stuff I go to. So my brand's being caused damage because of this. So yeah, I'm taking legal action. Just sucks with money that I don't have. But hopefully we can do like a big class action lawsuit because I feel like there's a lot of other people that have been scammed on Facebook or Instagram because of their poor technology. And the ironic thing about it is they're literally a technology company and they can't figure out what's a real account, what isn't a real account, or how to figure this out. And then I also have an issue with, because some of my impersonator accounts, they take pictures of me and my kid and they post them. That should be illegal. You should not be able to take photos of somebody else's child and post them. That should be absolutely legal. And that's why you see all the T stuff happening on those platforms. But the reason why it'll never be a big issue, nobody cares, is because the same people that support the T stuff, they're like in cahoots with all that. But anyways, I digress. But it is Halloween, is also Bitcoin Whitepaper Day. So we're going to talk about that. There's also a lot of fun things and we're going to discuss on the show today. If you're brand new to the show, thank you so much for being here. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, set alerts. We have 153 amazing people. Also, I'm going to get really, really warm in this stupid thing, like really, 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 really warm. I'm going to get agitated too because I get super warm all the time. So anyways, we have a poll at the top. Have you read the Bitcoin white paper? 31% said yes, 56% said no, and 12% say I grift. You guys, you do need to read the Bitcoin white paper. It's very, very important. Okay. You should go as Dave's daughter from Wendy's. That would be fun. No, I just whipped this together really quick. Yeah, I just whipped it together really quick. Why? Because why not? Why not? My neck still hurts. I'm in pain, but I'm here. I'm like warm. I'm getting super warm. I don't have my water. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what we got on the docket today. Oh, so I'm going to be gone tomorrow. I'm leaving. Well, actually, yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow like 4 a.m. So I'm going to be gone and I'm going to be going to the Karate Combat event. What is Karate Combat and why should you care about it? They're sending me there. So I'm talking about it because I think they're absolutely amazing. But why should you care about Karate Combat? Well, it's basically UFC on steroids. And what's really, really fun about it is these guys, they actually throw blows. Like they do a lot of stand-up fighting as opposed to the ground and pound stuff you see on UFC, which that's okay. That's cool, whatever. But at the same time, I don't like that. Like as a boxer, I want to see you stand up and I want to see you duke it out. So I don't know. I think they're super fun. I'm excited to go. But you guys, if you do download the app, they have the first 100 people who download the Karate Combat iOS or Android app and enter the code Wendy KC42 get 5,000 free karate. You get to pick your fighter and play along with me this Friday as I announce the event live from the Dominican Republic and win more karate with no risk of token loss. And the average player at the last event won 13% more tokens. So I'm going to go ahead and put this, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the thing for you guys. And then mixing, if we can add this to the description, that would be super, super awesome. But I'm going to be, me and Meg will never fight. We will never fight. Meg is my girl. She is my girl. Her and I will never fight. I don't fight my friends. And I learned to box for a different reason than most other people. I'll have to tell that in my story because it's not acceptable for a woman to discuss that the way I would discuss it. But anyways, I've got the link and stuff here. So we're going to pin it at the top. And they're sending me. So full disclosure on that. I'm not getting paid tokens or anything for going, but they are sending me. And I'm going to be announcing the event. So you guys should download it. They post, and also follow them on Twitter. They post a lot of really cool, and they have a web app too. But I think the promo is only for the Android or iOS. But it's a really great sport. Like, I love these guys just for the sport, and also it's a Hedera based project too. So if you're a big Hedera fan, yay! Let's talk about the current crypto market. Let's take a look. Everything is kind of here or there with that, but let's go ahead and go to the chart. So I told you guys, be cautious here because we're super overextended and we were able to pull away. It does look like we may continue to go up. However, when you look at MACD, it looks like it wants to bear cross and head down. Taking a look at the 12-hour chart, 12-hour chart will probably kiss this area about 33,000, which we talked about. The 4-hour chart's getting a lot of consolidation, a lot of consolidation. We're bouncing here. So I feel like a little bit more consolidation and then drop maybe to about 33,000. Again, I could be wrong. If you guys are interested in using my ref link, the exchange partner that we have is currently Femex. If you want to use that, it helps support me in the channel. If you do not want to use that, that's fine too. You don't have to. However, if you do use my ref link, you need to make sure you read the terms of services. Those are super, super important. Never leave your coins on exchanges. And there's a lot of rumors that exchanges are going to be going down as well. So just be super cautious with that because a lot of people do need to use centralized exchanges. And what ends up happening is that people use centralized exchanges and then they think they're wallet providers, and they're not. Also, people don't understand that banks operate this way as well. FDIC is supposed to insure your stuff, but they really, really don't. Anyways, be careful. With that being said, that's what I think is going to happen with Bitcoin. I'm kind of unamused with it currently. She's just kind of chilling. But where is that? Hold on a second. Sorry, guys. I'm really agitated a bit. All right. Where did that post go? I was just joking on it. Oh, okay. We're going to talk about this post. It's super funny. This is kind of coincides with the Bitcoin Whitepaper. So this is from Mr. Gary Gensler. If Satoshi Nakamoto went as Satoshi Nakamoto for Halloween, would we be able to tell? Happy 15th anniversary to Satoshi's famous white paper that started crypto. Any crypto companies that are tricking investors should start treating them to compliance with securities laws. And of course, Udi posted this. Thank you, Solana. Got me feeling like a queen. And this is of Gary Gensler. We're going to go ahead and watch this again and I'm going to put the sound on because I mean, how could you not love this? This is 10/10 content. This is how you troll correctly. It is beautiful. It is fantastic. I am very much here for it. Very, very much here for it.
Good. Polygon so good. Polygon so good. Balloon. Pop, 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 pop. Gib. Ripple so good. Gib.
I love Udi. I absolutely love Udi. 10/10. And then, of course, I commented below, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Because we're just trolling at this point. And my bestie Dime said 4. I don't know what else to tell Gary Gensler. It's just and of course, shut up, Wendy. Just a bunch of nerds from crypto Twitter. That's just how it is over there. But yeah, this is hilarious. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and block people. People are so ridiculous. Like it just drives me crazy. But anyways, I digress. I love blocking people. It's one of my favorite sport on Twitter. Why do I block people? Because sometimes when I read these comments, it makes my IQ lower. But what is the Bitcoin white paper? Maybe we should just jump to that and kind of talk about that. Yeah, so the Bitcoin white paper, it was created on October 31st, 2008, and the domain name Bitcoin.org was registered on August 18th, 2008. And this was written by Satoshi Nakamoto. And if you don't know if you haven't read the Bitcoin white paper, it's a very, very important piece of literature. I made a post about it because it's important. Very, very, very much important. Where is it? It's over here. So we're going to go ahead and pull this up really quick. I said, thank you, Bitcoin. Today's the 15th anniversary of the release of the Bitcoin white paper, one of the most agnostic pieces of tech literature gifted to all. Bitcoin is one of the most powerful tools of human expression and cannot be censored. It is a tool that can be used by anyone for any means they desire. Keep building and fighting and sharing. It's free. It is free to read the Bitcoin white paper. It is on the internet. And this is what we talk about doing due diligence and self-education. Why do we want to do this? Because we want to remember where we came from. That's one hot Cheeto. I am a Cheeto. I am a hot Cheeto. But happy Halloween, you guys. Happy Halloween. Let's talk about this a little bit because it's important. It's very, very important, and this resonates with me a lot. But Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, and this is a 9-page paper. There are some things that are technical here, down over here when they talk about the blocks and the previous hash and the nonce and the transactions. That can be a little bit technical. And I had trouble. I had to read this a couple times before I understood it was. I understand basic math, but this could be a little bit complex for people to understand. But let's read the conclusion here. We have proposed a system for electronic transactions without relying on trust. And we do have to trust our banks. We have to trust our public servants that they're going to do the right thing, and they won't. We started with the usual framework of coins made from digital signatures, which provides strong control of ownership, but is incomplete without a way to prevent double spending. To solve this, we propose peer-to-peer network using proof of work to record public history of transactions. So basically, it's a public ledger. It's a public ledger that is available for everybody to see, available on the internet. You can see every time a transaction is made and who sends who what. That quickly becomes computational and practical for an attacker to change if honest nodes control majority of CPU power. The network is robust in an unstructured simplicity. Nodes work all at once with little coordination. They do not need to be identified since messages are not routed to any particular place, and we only need to be delivered on a best effort basis. Nodes can leave and rejoin the network at will, accepting the proof of work chain as proof of what happened while they were gone. They will vote with their CPU power, expressing their acceptance of valid blocks by working on extending them and rejecting invalid blocks by refusing to work on them. Any needed rules and incentives can be enforced with consensus mechanism. So it's basically miners are out here, their computers are trying to solve different algorithms, solving different equations to verify the transactions. Let's go ahead and read the abstract. A purely peer-to-peer vision of electronic cash would allow online payments to be sent directly from one party to another without going through a financial institution. And you guys have to remember, this was done in 2008. This was created in 2008. And if you don't remember what happened during the housing crash, it was a very, very disgusting time in America. We saw the bankers and the lenders and the public servants and everybody profit off our backs. We saw good, honest Americans, tax-paying Americans lose their homes, lose their livelihoods because of the poor financial decisions of the predatory third parties. And this is why Bitcoin is so powerful. And the cool thing about Bitcoin is you can use it for anything you want. If you want to build on top of it with Lightning, great. If you want to inscribe with ordinals, fantastic. If you want to send P2P transactions, great. If you just want to buy and hold for retirement, if you want to buy Bitcoin as a form of silent protest, you can. Or if you're somebody that is in an awful situation, because as you can see, there's conflicts, there's all kinds of things happening on a global scale. Or if you're just stuck in a very, very, very horrible situation at home, you can buy Bitcoin, you can hold it. All you need to do is have the private seed phrase memorized. And this is an amazing tool for so many people. Most Americans came here because our families were put under severe pressure, suffered famine, discrimination. They needed to flee. So that's why most people came to America. Most people did. My family did on both sides. And a lot of people had to leave their wealth. They had to leave their wealth behind in order to get here. And with Bitcoin, that solves that problem because you can take your money with you. And it's just a beautiful way that different people from around the world can come together and agree that this is very agnostic literature. Like Bitcoin could be whatever it is you want it to be. And I think, and probably the best thing for me is last year on November 11th, it was kind of around the date I took my freedom back. And so this is why Bitcoin is so important to me, because without Bitcoin, I wouldn't have been able to do it. I wouldn't have been able to find my voice. I wouldn't have been able to get myself into a healthy situation in real life. I wouldn't be able to take my power back. And there's a lot of other people that are going through similar situations. And if you guys listen to me talk a lot, y'all know, but Bitcoin is just a fantastic tool. It's a fantastic tool. And yes, are there bad actors that use Bitcoin? 100%, but you will never eradicate bad actors. And also when we're talking about operating in a true decentralized economy, anything goes. Anything goes. And that's a hard part to grasp because it's a very emotional topic. But at the same time, you do not get to live in a utopia. Everybody gets a full shot, even if they're horrible people. But I digress. Digital signatures provide part of the solution, but main benefits are lost if a trusted third party is still required to prevent double spending. trusted third party. There's no trusted third parties. We propose a solution to the double spending problem using a peer-to-peer network. The network timestamps transactions by hashing them into ongoing chain of hash-based proof of work, forming a record that cannot be changed without redoing the proof of work. The longest chain not only serves as proof of the sequence of events witnessed, but proof that it came from the largest pool of CPU power. As long as majority of CPU power is controlled by the nodes that are not cooperating to attack the network, and that's a 51% attack. So basically, if the nodes stop supporting the network, then a 51% attack can happen, but the likelihood of that is very, very, very small. People will argue that quantum computers can do this, but we're not there yet, and I don't necessarily think that is going to be a reality, because the mining community is strong. They are so strong. RIP Savage Mine. They'll generate the longest chain and outpace attackers. The network itself requires minimal structure. Messages are broadcast on a best effort basis, and nodes can leave and rejoin the network at will, accepting the longest proof of work chain, of which happen while they are gone. That's a Bitcoin white paper. That's part of it. You guys can go ahead and go back and reread it and do your due diligence on that. But it's really just a beautiful thing. It really, really is. Wendy's makeup game looks a bit off today. Yes. Sorry, Pew Pew, you didn't get a notification. But yeah, you guys smash the likes. We have 310 of you only in here, only 115 likes. But yep, 6 figs. I lost my job and everything I had in 2008. And it's sad. It's sad if you go back and like my father-in-law, he lost his house. My best friend, childhood friend, her family lost their house. The amount of, I remember, and I'll tell you guys, I remember, because I was around, I'm older. So I remember working in 2008. I had just got off my, got my life back together, got off the streets. I was working in a thrift store. And then I realized that thrift store offered educational reimbursement. I was like, yeah. So I was like, what can I do? How do I make more money? So what I did was I used the educational reimbursement. It was like $1,000 at the time. I went to an adult school and I got a certification in healthcare. And I remember being so proud of myself. I'm like, I'm going to make like $15 an hour. I can actually breathe. I can actually live. I don't have to go from eating scraps. I don't have to, just shop at the dollar store anymore and buy, whatever it is. I didn't have to live that way anymore. I was so excited. And I just remember during 2008 when everybody started losing their houses. And I remember there's people making 6 figures from corporate jobs in America that had to get let go, and they couldn't even pay their mortgages. They were losing their houses, and they were sitting in the same room as I was to get that adult education to make $15 an hour. And it was a very, very sad time. There's so many people that were under duress and nobody cared. And that's why when we say don't trust, verify, when we say the public servants aren't coming to save you, they're not. When we say the banks aren't coming to save you, not. Everybody's like, FDIC, let's rely on governments and things like that. Yeah, we should rely on governments I don't want to say rely, but we should demand some things from governments because we pay taxes. But realistically, at the end of the day, there's no one to rely on but yourself. And that's why Bitcoin is so powerful, because again, anybody could use it for any purpose you want. You want to do an ordinal, you want to build on it, you want to hodl, you want to trade, you want to use it as cash, you want to use it as a safe haven to store money so that it can't be taken from you, so you can take care for your family. That's why it's so powerful to me. It actually helped me take my power back. And it's a very, very powerful tool for survivors. Very, very, very powerful too. But I just want to say happy birthday to the Bitcoin white paper, and thank you to Satoshi. Yep, Queen said, I'm not going back to my old life. I'm not going back to my old life either. I'm just supposed to be a kitty cat, a little pussy cat today. I'm just chilling. But a lot of you guys that rock with me, y'all know where I came from. We talk about it a bit. I don't talk about it too much because most people don't appreciate when women do that. But anyways, I'm also to you guys, we always shill Investopedia all the time. All the time. And again, you want to know more about the 2007, 2008 financial crisis, go to Investopedia. It is free. It is free, and it'll tell you exactly what happened, and you can learn all this, and you can probably read this in under 10 minutes and understand what happened. So I highly recommend you take a look at it. All right, we are going to talk about the Ripple news. Have no fear. Just in, U.S. Treasury to borrow $776 billion in the final 3 months of 2023. Of course, I had to make a funny post about this because I'm just an idiot on the internet. Part of that was over here. What did I ask them? Well, I would also like to borrow $776 billion and never have to pay it back. Well, rely on future generations of American taxpayers to pay it back. And that's exactly what's happening. I was over here. So what's going to happen is they're going to borrow more money because they can't print anymore because inflation is so ridiculous. Again, I talked to my mom about helping my sister get a place today. We found a place. It would be super, super perfect for our family. And even with like 70% down payment on it, the mortgage is still like $2,100 and she can't afford that. But rents are skyrocketing too. Her rent just got raised from $1,400 to $1,600, and she lives in a piece of trash with her son. And it's just very, very, very sad to see what's happening in America. And there was a really great post from, let me see if I can find this post from Janet Yellen. I apologize. I digress and I apologize, but I need to find this because it's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. Janet Yellen. Janet Yellen. What did she say? What homegirl say? Where is she? Where does she say? I'm trying to find it for you because this is important. All right. So replies. Okay. Is this right here? So we're going to go ahead and read this. And this is important to know. And you guys can go ahead and read this on Twitter. Supporting I and defending you in the face of our aggression are in America's core national security interests and is backed by the bipartisan majorities in Congress and among American people. We cannot let our national security be undermined in an attempt to weaken our efforts and to modernize the IRS, which efforts reduce the deficit, improve customer service for Americans, and make sure that wealthy tax cheats pay what they owe. This makes no sense. No sense at all. No sense. So you're saying, let's send more money to other countries while we need to improve customer service at the IRS. I don't know about y'all, but in order to get a hold of the IRS, it takes hours. It takes hours. This is America. We are printing money, we are borrowing money, and we are sending it to other places. Why are we doing this? Who knows why? Money laundering. This is America. This is America in 2023. And the blatant lie she told is embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. I'm horrified. I'm absolutely horrified by the state of America. It's still a better country than a lot of places, especially with the social issues everybody likes to cry about. Oh, and I got into a battle today on one of Elon Musk's posts about social issues. That's neither here nor there. Wrong channel for that. But that's what we're seeing happen in America. Also, too, where did it go? Also, too, this is over here. People are sitting here arguing about Ron DeSantis wearing high heels or not. So I made this post. In 2023, America is experiencing a recession, homelessness, high crime rates, high levels of inflation, massive drug problems, the destruction of the nuclear family, and all we keep talking about is this man wearing high heels or not. I've got news for you. Most of your favorite Hollywood actors wear like extended shoes. They like, look at Prince. Totally would Prince any day of the week. Totally would. What's his name? Tom Cruise a lot, and the Iron Man guy. A lot of these guys are really short. Dave Navarro. A lot of people in Hollywood are very, very short, and they wear heels. Men do. But we're sitting here talking about this instead of fixing the problems. And this is America. We care about the social issues and the appearance. It's a bunch of BS. But that's America. Smash a like, don't grift. All right, now. Where is the, all right, we'll talk about this right here. Okay. So this is from Mr. Boring Sleuth over at Truth Labs. Go follow them. And this is going to be regarding Consensus, and just so we can talk about the corruption of the world. On April 27, 2020, Consensus was approved for a $10 million PPP loan from Signature Bank with, 9.1 million of those forgiven. American taxpayers forced to give a billionaire fraud Consensus $9.1 million. They robbed and frauded those around the world in just about every single way. And this is true. This happened. But this just goes to show how the world works. How the world works. Most people I know couldn't get a PPP loan, which sucks. But it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. But let's go ahead and talk about the bullish case. Let's go ahead and talk about the bullish case for XRP. So this is positive news from an Xrpl project. Exciting announcement. XRP Healthcare takes Ripple lead with expansion into Dubai and the Middle East. Let's talk about what this is. As a someone who worked in healthcare, let's talk about it. So XRP Healthcare is expanding its operations into the healthcare markets of Dubai and the broader Middle East. It's a pharmaceutical and healthcare platform built on XRP Ledger, launched in Africa. The team aims to tap into potential tech and healthcare family, ultimately benefiting customers, investors, and the medical sector. They formed a strategic partnership with the Burt Ratty Investment Group. They're specialists in mergers and acquisitions within the African healthcare sector, according to the report. The partnership positions the company for a potential IPO. So I'm going to talk about this really quick. I think we need to leave Africa alone. I think we should. People need to stay out of their business because I feel like everybody's over there just doing things and not asking the people what they want. That's not okay. So I would need to know more about the project as somebody that worked in healthcare for 7 years. We specialize in HIV/AIDS, infectious disease. I was a healthcare partner, I guess you would call me. Well, I don't even know. I was more of a supporter. But the thing that I'm telling you guys here is that healthcare is important. Blockchain can fix a lot of things, but it just makes me a little bit nervous who's pushing those initiatives because of your privacy. But who cares? And a lot of people are excited about this. So let's go ahead and take a look at the chart because it does directly impact XRP to an extent. So taking a look at XRP is doing great. We had a swing wick high all the way up to about 62 cents, and now we're kind of retracing. So we had a retrace, we dropped all the way down 58 cents, and now we're currently trading about 59 cents. Honestly, it does look like we're pinching the upper part, so we might make another leg up to about 62 cents before going down. But again, with XRP, let's take a look at the daily chart. Just really as long as we hold the line over here on the daily, I'm with it. And I know that we had a little bit of a mood over here, but I would like to see us continue to hold the line. So that's awesome for XRP. And again, I feel like now with the SEC lawsuit almost being over, it's gonna be a lot easier to do for XRP to continue to grow and to build. Will they come back to America? Probably not. But it's good to see these people, good to see the company thriving. They deserve it. They absolutely deserved it. Now, with that being said, let's get into this story over here. So crypto begs for laws, and this is from Stephen Naroff. I'm going to try and get him on the show. Crypto begs for laws because the SEC is acting crazy. So congressional bills would give SEC full and arbitrary authority to control the industry by deciding if something is decentralized, which is the problem, but they are passing a law. Now let's talk about this because this directly impacts your ability to do anything in the United States of America regarding cryptocurrency. Again, we have no laws and regulations to do anything, and this is what we're seeing happen. So let's go ahead and read it. So bipartisan desire for clear crypto regulation in Washington, and the SEC wants full authority but faces some legal challenges. That's good. Congress needs to step in and say, hey. Gensler claims clear rules but can't explain them. Crypto companies struggle to comply. Court rulings like Ripple case questions Gary's interpretation. Recent court cases criticizes SEC's rejection of the Bitcoin ETF. Plus, the ongoing lawsuit with Coinbase adds to the challenges, and questions arise about the selective enforcement and dealings with crypto Prometheum. Again, Prometheum got a special licensing and they were able to do things that other companies couldn't do. And we talked about Library and Prometheum yesterday. Library had a working product. Prometheum does not have a working product, but they got approved for all those special licenses because they have really great ties. Gensler's credibility is at stake, and the SEC advised to settle cases and contribute to a bipartisan framework. Congress may need to step in with legislation if the SEC doesn't change its approach. So that's what that is. So we're going to be getting some law. We're going to be getting some crypto law. We don't know what we're going to be getting. Gary Gensler doesn't know what he's talking about. Your mom doesn't know what she's talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're just here. We are just here. We are just absolutely here. Yeah, I know. The lizard foot, Tom Cruise. Yeah. Manlets, not men. A pullback queen, healthy retracement. Shout out to IR. I cannot pronounce your name properly, so we're going to call you IR or Arish. Anyways, we have 400 people watching, but none of y'all smash a like, so don't be ghetto. Also, too, I've got a link for Karate Combat. They'll give you 1,000 tokens if you use my promo code. They're not paying me, but they are sending me out there because I think I am going to be emceeing the fight. So full disclosure. And also, too, did you read the Bitcoin white paper? We have 366 votes. 60% said no, so y'all need to go read the white paper. Y'all need to go read that white paper over here. All right? All right, next. Shout out to Mr. Tony Edward, friend of mine. And this is a thread by Jason talking about the Coinbase versus SEC case. Okay. So basically the SEC sued. This is because they're suing Solar Wind Sand. So the SEC sued software company Solar Wind Sand and its top information security executive, accused of defrauding investors by hiding cybersecurity weakness during a massive hack targeting U.S. government. So Jason's thread regarding Coinbase. So SEC criticized for Solar Wind and Coinbase cases. Issue is about how companies disclose risk. Specific problems should be disclosed, not just generic risk. The SEC allowed Coinbase's S1 to go effective at the time Coinbase was actively allowing crypto trading on the platform. SEC knew the business model at the time and allowed Coinbase to be publicly traded. And that's my problem. And that's what I had said, is that the Coinbase is a publicly traded company. They've been operating for God knows how long, and the SEC just decided to sue them out of nowhere. That's a problem. You should not allow a company to go public if you're not going to allow them to operate as a business. Why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense. But the SEC did it. SEC knew the business model at the time and allowed Coinbase to be publicly traded. Coinbase says the SEC approved their listing, so they didn't break the law. And the SEC responds saying approving an S1 isn't approving the whole business. Then don't approve it. It doesn't make any sense. Basically, you're saying this business is okay. We went through it. We vetted it. It's okay to be publicly traded. That's what you said. And now it's not okay for some reason. SEC adds Coinbase disclosed the possibility of regulatory risk as it was proper. The disclosure was generic and hypothetical risk, just like the SEC's case with SolarWinds. Jason said if at any time a company is making disclosures, there is an active, materially bad thing the company is aware of, it can't just disclose. That there could be a risk of bad timing, it has to disclose the bad thing itself. In Coinbase's case, the SEC thought it was purportedly bad thing allowing securities trading without registration was happening. They would never have allowed a disclosure of... Who's calling me? It's always some like scam number because my sister signed this phone number up to all this weird stuff because she's crazy. Anyways, Jason questions whether the SEC stance on regulation changed for political reasons. An argument: software alone is not a security. Tokens aren't securities. Code is not illegal. Code is not illegal. Code is not illegal. Code is language. Code is law. And I rock with that. Now let's get to the next story. This is from Jason Safant and Valkyrie. Meh. Apparently, Valkyrie joins the Perspectives Amendment train for their spot Bitcoin ETF and still moving behind the scenes. Good for them. I'm happy for them. Good for them. They don't care about you. They only like the elites. All right. So what is this? Aha. November 2nd, I believe this is the first closed meeting of the commissioners since Grayscale appeal deadline expired and the mandate was delivered. Agenda includes resolving litigation claims and admin proceedings. There were leaks out of the closed meeting ahead of the BitO launch. So what is this? This is basically just a closed door meeting that's happening with the SEC regarding Grayscale's application for Bitcoin Spot ETF. Just note, with Bitcoin Spot ETF, with Grayscale converting the trust over to a Bitcoin ETF, Grayscale is a sister company of Digital Currency Group Investors, and Genesis. And Genesis is currently in trouble with the SEC. So this one might be a little bit tricky for them, but nonetheless, cool. I hope it gets approved. And I hope that they don't F your funds because guess what? If they file for bankruptcy, you lose your money. No one will tell you that though, but this channel will. Next, shout out to Mr. Deaton. This is from Sam Bankman-Fried. This is 3 hours ago. AUSA. So you believed it was permitted to spend fiat deposits. SBF, I thought it was folded into risk management. He's trying to convince at least one juror that he didn't form the requisite specific intent to commit fraud. So basically what they're saying is here, they're saying that the reason why they're letting SBF up, his legal team probably knows he's effed. So the reason why they're letting him up on the stand is so he can have one juror feel sorry for him. And it's going to be a hung jury and it's going to be a lot harder to prosecute him. That's what they're doing. And that's what I'm gathering from this post as well. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of due diligence. Yeah, they hope it might lead to a not guilty verdict on some of the fraud charges for SBF. Yeah. But again, yeah, it's just, yeah, he thought it was okay to spend your guys' money and my money and all of our monies. Also, too, shout out to Bittrex. Bittrex U.S. bankruptcy plan cleared by court. The court has agreed to wrap up Bittrex bankruptcy plan several months after the exchange made the decision to wind down in the state. So basically, what happened with Bittrex, I'll just first off, this is sad because Bittrex was one of the first altcoin exchanges I used to trade stuff. I really learned how to trade there. But they stopped operations in the United States of America. They filed for bankruptcy, not because they were insolvent, not because they were doing anything bad, but simply because they just can't deal with all the SEC's uncertainty. So they're keeping Bittrex international, but they're moving out. So everybody that had Bittrex, they're getting access to their funds, but they filed for bankruptcy because they just want to be done in the US. So another one bites the dust, but they wrap their stuff up really quick. Celsius is still going, and it's just a big S show, absolute big S show over there. And again, the people that should be held accountable over there won't be held accountable. They're coming after everybody else. It's just ridiculous at this point. But what can you do? This is America. This is America. This is America. We have 400 people, only 254 likes. Give me 369 likes. Stop grifting and smash the likes. Smash the like. All right, now let's get into the next. Queen has her SpongeBob Tims on. That's cute. That is cute. All right. All right. So I'm not reading all this about OPNX and Coinflex and all that. Let's just talk about it. All right, so OPNX makes an offer to Coinflex creditors. Mark Lamb, a Coinflex stakeholder and founder of OPNX, has extended an offer to Coinflex creditors. Includes 25% equity in OPNX and the distribution of 1 billion OX tokens over the next 10-year period. This is just stupid. Creditors claim that Lamb acted independently and improperly by appropriating Coinflex intellectual property, tech, and customer base and employees to establish OPNX. And that's exactly what they did. They lied. They lied, they lied, they lied. All right. Who is this? Should we answer this? No, it's a scam number. This I always get these calls at this time and it's super annoying. Anyways, I digress. All right, now I'm disappearing because we have to give a shout out to our partners over at SquidGrow. And we're going to be talking about security. Security is actually very, 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 very important. So SquidGrow now has 9 CertTech audits, and that's massive. Well, most companies don't have that in crypto. And they do take the security very, very seriously. When I met with the team, they are talking about doing wallets and doing a lot more privacy focused things really to kind of help their community, which I think is awesome. And once that starts getting developed and they continue to work on that, I'll be back with some more information. But again, CertTech is one of the best in the business, and Shibtosi, he doesn't cut corners anywhere. Like I've talked to him, we had a long conversation about security and what they're trying to do, and he really, really does care about his community, and I think that that's awesome. And I'm happy to be partnered with them. And also, too, the new SquidGrow Bridge audit is published, and again, this is 9 totals for CertTech over here, and then we've got this over here, which gives you all of the information regarding SquidGrow for CertTech. And again, you can go anywhere, anytime to monitoring these different factors and look at all the different badges that they've earned. They're in the top 10 percentile out of thousands of other projects, which I think is amazing. And then, of course, we're going to play this video because this is super ridiculous. They put me in the Lambo and I was so uncomfortable. I felt so embarrassed and so uncomfortable. We'll add me back, but I was so embarrassed and so uncomfortable because that thing cost more than my life, but it's funny.
It won't go anywhere. So look, so the only thing is when it's running, just don't pull that. Just don't touch that and you'll be good. Put your foot on the
I'm so ridiculous.
Yep.
Okay.
Push it down.
Okay.
Flip that red switch up and push that button.
I'm so ridiculous. Hey, where did it go? Oh, sorry. I was not pleased with that. It was fun, but I was like so nervous. And this is my car that I'm too scared to drive. So this is my chauffeur. His name is Little Shib. And I renamed Shibtoshi Little Shib as well. Why? Because I can do that. So we did a meetup. It was super fun. I got to meet the team and I was good. The reason why it's good is because I like to meet people I'm partnered with. This was super cool. It was super good. And again, shout out to SquidGrow and shout out to Mr. P and with the last initial that ends with the S. He's my favorite. So make sure to join the community. Just hang out there. They're super fun. You just get to like have fun and talk, and they're just super chill in there. But anyways, that's what they've been working on, and they do take security and privacy very, very, very seriously. All right, what's this? Smash a like. All right, so this is from Gold Key. There's currently 1.926 billion EHEX worth, $19.7 million bridge to Pulse Chain, currently number 3 for bridge on chain value, closing on USDC, and it's number 1 stablecoin. So we are giving EHEX a shout out. I don't really know much about it. I'm just saying. Super cool. So we're shouting out EHEX again and Hexicans. I don't have anything there. Ooh, what was this? This one went away. What was this? Oh, I thought okay, so this was next was for New Bitcoin City adding staking. It went away, but I don't know what happened to it. Also to you guys, PeckShield Unibot Exploiter has swapped the stolen coins, 355 ETH worth about $640,000 and laundered them via Tornado Cash. That's not good. That sucks. So this is the Team Unibot. I've never used it. I know a lot of people are super excited about it. I saw it being shilled everywhere, and I generally stay away from things that are being shilled everywhere. Also to you guys, this is important regarding MetaMask. So MetaMask launches new security alerts featured with Blockade. Also too, this popped up on my Twitter page. or when I went to log into MetaMask the other day. Sell your crypto for cash. Sell your crypto for cash. MetaMask is going to be KYCing you. They will. Why? Because they will. But let's talk about the new security alert feature with Blockade. So basically, they're working with Blockade to launch features that issue security alerts. Blockade is a security startup founded by alumni of Israel's Unit 8200 Cyber Intelligence. And from today, desktop users will be able to use the feature by opting in under MetaMask experimental setting and adding the privacy preserving offline module. And it's a security engine to stimulate and validate transactions and signatures before signing them. And the DApp scanning solution is capable of tracking a DApp. Stuff that's malicious. WalletGuard does this too. WalletGuard does do this too. I've got one more story on SoFi that we need to talk about. We need to, because this is important. I promise this is important. Important. Starsarena. As of today, Xrpl has stepped down from his role as CEO. We will continue to take significant steps towards rebuilding the trust with community. There's a bunch of other things that happened. Apparently, people were getting scammed, and I don't know. All I know is I'm on FriendTech. I'm on New Bitcoin City. If you want to join me there, that's fine, but you need to do your due diligence. I had so many people that shilled me Starsarena, which I'm staying super far away from at this point. I really, really am. I'm not dealing with it. I'm really, really not dealing with it. But anyways, hold on. Oh, I got to deal with that. I'll deal with that later. But anyways, you guys, happy Halloween. Happy Bitcoin Whitepaper Day. And thank you guys for rocking with me and supporting me. I really, really, really appreciate it. We're working really hard to get the Instagram back. We're going to do the best we can to get it back. And we have 401 concurrent viewers, 299 likes. The poll at the top, I got 488 votes. Did you read the Bitcoin white paper? Only 25% of you did. So please go and read it. I posted it in the chat. Please do so. Also, if any of you guys have any contacts over at Facebook or Instagram, please reach out to me because we need to get a hold of somebody because I don't want to go in the big legal battle. I don't, but I have the trademarks for everything. So anyways, babes, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, set alerts. Again, I'm going to be at Karate Combat. I'm leaving tomorrow morning at like 4 a.m. to catch my flight. And if you guys want the karate tokens, I put the link and stuff up there. Again, that's not paid. They are sending me out there, and I am going to be doing some MC and media stuff for them. And shout out to our partner SquidGrow. Thank you, Syscoin. Thank you, Market Cipher. I'm sending everybody love and light. Please have a safe Halloween. Go read that Bitcoin white paper and educate yourself. And I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye. Bye, TikTok. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all the support as always.